Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. An unemployed man is arrested outside a nightclub with an unlicensed firearm. A 3-month-old infant dies at an illegal daycare, prompting an investigation. A fatal accident claims the life of a businessman on Enmore Railway Embankment Road, with a female suspect arrested. A security guard sustains severe injuries in 2 separate attacks while defending his wife. Hurricane Beryl intensifies to a Category 4 storm, heading toward the southeast Caribbean. Urgent assistance is needed for a mother and her 5 children facing homelessness. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Urgent assistance needed for mother and 5 children facing homelessness. A mother and her 5 young children are in urgent need of help after a devastating fire destroyed all their belongings. They require basic necessities such as food, clothing, utensils, a mattress, and a stove. At present, they are staying with a compassionate resident but need immediate support. How you can help? Contact the Young Pioneers. Call 637-4300 to get details on how you can connect directly with the family or make donations. Donate basic necessities. Items needed include food, clothing, utensils, a mattress, and a stove. Your support during this difficult time would be greatly appreciated. Unemployed man arrested outside nightclub with unlicensed firearm. In the early hours of Sunday morning, police arrested a 24-year-old man outside a popular nightclub on Robb Street, Georgetown, for possession of an unlicensed firearm and matching ammunition. Acting on a tip, police officers arrived at Robb Street around 4:30 HRS and apprehended the suspect, identified as Stephen Edwards, an unemployed resident of Albuistown, Georgetown. During a search conducted by one of the officers, Edwards was found with a 9mm pistol and a magazine containing 7 rounds of ammunition concealed in his pants crotch. When questioned, Edwards admitted he did not have a firearm license. Edwards was subsequently informed of the offense, cautioned, arrested, and taken to the Brickdam police station. The firearm and ammunition were documented and placed in an evidence bag in his presence before being lodged with the station sergeant for safekeeping. Edwards remains in police custody and is cooperating with the ongoing investigation. Hurricane Beryl intensifies to Category 4, heads toward southeast Caribbean. Hurricane Beryl has strengthened into an extremely dangerous Category 4 storm, threatening the southeast Caribbean with life-threatening winds and storm surges. As the first major hurricane of the Atlantic season, Beryl is expected to impact the Windward Islands on Monday. As of 2 p.m. ET, Beryl was situated about 310 miles east-southeast of Barbados, with maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour, moving west at 21 miles per hour. Current warnings. Hurricane warnings: Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Tobago. Tropical storm warnings: Martinique. Tropical storm watch: Dominica, Trinidad. The Miami-based National Hurricane Center has issued warnings that Beryl will bring life-threatening winds and storm surge as it moves across the Windward Islands early Monday, continuing through the southeastern Caribbean on Monday night and Tuesday. Residents in the affected areas are strongly urged to take all necessary precautions to ensure their safety. Security guard sustains severe injuries in 2 separate attacks defending wife. Altair Borges, a 21-year-old security guard, is recovering from head injuries and multiple stab wounds after risking his life twice in 3 days to protect his wife. The first attack occurred around 17:30 HRS on Saturday. Borges was at home when he heard his wife screaming downstairs. He rushed to find a 28-year-old man, known to the family, attempting to strike his wife with a piece of wood and a hammer. Seeing Borges, the wife sought refuge behind him. Borges tried to find a weapon to defend himself and his wife, but found none. Returning downstairs, he attempted to reason with the attacker but was struck in the head with the piece of wood, rendering him briefly unconscious. As he regained consciousness, the attacker hit him twice more on the back before fleeing. Bleeding from the head, Borges was rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, where he underwent CT scans and received treatment for his injuries, which were deemed non-life-threatening. To recover, Borges stayed with relatives in Georgetown. On Tuesday, June 25, Borges returned home around 13:45 hours. Shortly after, he heard his wife screaming again. He rushed outside to find the same attacker trying to abduct his wife, attempting to pull her into a car. Borges intervened, but the attacker pulled out a pair of scissors and stabbed him multiple times before escaping in the waiting car. Borges was again rushed to GPHC for treatment. Police are currently searching for the suspect as the investigation continues. Fatal accident claims life of businessman on Enmore Railway Embankment Road. Female arrested. Police are investigating a fatal accident that occurred at approximately 21:45 HRS on Friday night on the Enmore Railway Embankment Road, resulting in the death of 43-year-old businessman Inderpal Premnath, also known as Babai, of Block 12 Nonpareil, ECD. The accident involved two vehicles, a motor car with registration number PKK 2473, driven by Premnath, and a motor car with registration number PAC 5742, driven by a 31-year-old female resident of Paradise Housing Scheme, ECD. According to the driver of motor car PAC 5742, she was traveling east along the northern side of the Enmore Railway Embankment Road when she observed motor car PKK 2473 speeding south along the Enmore Estate Access Road. Premnath then reportedly made a sharp right turn to head west onto the railway embankment road, resulting in a collision with her vehicle. The impact caused motor car PKK 2473 to crash into a utility pole on the northern parapet before plunging into a trench on the northern side of the road, where it came to a stop. Premnath sustained severe injuries to his body and head. Police officers on patrol duty arrived at the scene, extracted Premnath from his vehicle in an unconscious state, and transported him to the Georgetown Public Hospital's Accident and Emergency Unit in a GPF vehicle. Upon arrival, Premnath was examined by a doctor and pronounced dead. The body of Inderpal Premnath is currently at the hospital's mortuary, awaiting a post-mortem examination. The driver of motor car PAC 5742 is in police custody, assisting with the ongoing investigation into the accident. 3-month-old infant dies at illegal daycare, investigation underway. Tragedy struck Maya's daycare on June 28, 2024, when 3-month-old Kyra Nelson was found dead at the facility. This has prompted a police investigation revealing several violations at the daycare. According to preliminary investigations, Maya's daycare currently cares for 24 children, including 3 infants aged 3 months. However, it was discovered that the last official renewal of the childcare license for this facility was issued on February 7, 2020. Post-COVID-19 checks by the Child Care and Protection Agency and CPA consistently showed the daycare to be closed. Ms. McLeod, the agency's registered caregiver, reported that the facility had been non-operational since 2020. However, the investigation revealed that Ms. McLeod's granddaughter illegally reopened the daycare on January 2, 2024, without notifying or obtaining approval from the CPA's Early Childhood Development Services Unit. As a result, no documentation or assessments were conducted for this illegal facility. Inspector Henry of the Diamond Police Station confirmed that an incident occurred at the unlicensed daycare on June 28, leading to an ongoing investigation. Ms. Archer, the individual responsible for reopening the facility, is currently in police custody. The Early Childhood Development Services Unit expressed deep sorrow over the loss of young Kyra Nelson, highlighting the importance of adhering to Guyana's child care laws. These laws mandate that all caregivers offering services must be registered and all operational facilities must be licensed by the CPA to ensure the safety and security of children. The CPA has urged parents to verify that any child care facilities they use are registered and licensed to meet the necessary standards for their children's safety. The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, MHSSS, also extended heartfelt condolences to the family of Kyra Nelson, mourning the loss of the innocent child.